You're on the air with Florenza, your podcast destination for authentic conversations with a twist. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and join me on this unique literary journey. Cheers!
Today on the Air with Florenza, we're joined by the powerhouse author Myunique C. whose latest novel, Anywhere But Here, is a haunting lyrical exploration of grief, identity, and the desperate yearning to escape what's broken. If you've ever wanted to run from your past or your present, this one's for you. Please put your hands together and welcome Myunique to the show. Okay, you've been at this being you for a minute. I'm brand new to the team. So, like my whole, you wake up with you.
Okay.
How I found you. I just said it before I hit that record button. I'm in some Facebook groups and someone posted the cover. And I don't even remember what they said other than, oh my God, this is the shit right here. Or something to that effect.
Something like that. Yeah.
The speed with which the other readers chimed in, I have never seen anything like it. It was like 139 comments before I could even blink. And I'm like, because once you like something, Facebook be like, oh yeah, you like this, right?
Right.
It's like, bleep, 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 bleep.
Yeah. Listen, I was probably just as shocked because, like the book, it came out on my birthday. So this was a gift release to myself. You know what I'm saying? And like, I posted in the group. I posted in the psychological thrillers group,
which is where that's the one.
Yeah, that's where it originally started at. And then and it was so crazy because like I did like a self-rec, and then like a few people bought it. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm with it. Yeah, this is great. This is fantastic. And then, like I guess everybody read it at the same time, and when she made that post, it just like the likes shot up and then it got shared like 1,000 times. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait, what?
Were you ready? Were you ready? I know instinctively we say, you know what I mean? Be ready so you don't have to get ready. But were you ready?
Right. Like, no, I was definitely caught off guard. Like, I was just like, wait. Because when I saw it, I kid you not, when I saw the post from her saying, like, I read it and I saw the picture and I was like, I have a cover that looked just like that. I was like, man, I got a cover that looked just like that. And I was like, wait a minute. That is my cover. That's my name. Wait a minute. Hold up. So I definitely, I was not ready. I wasn't ready. Like I knew that people was like vibing with the cover because I mean, come on, she's a vibe.
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, you buy for the cover, but then they actually gave her the opportunity to prove that she's not just a pretty face, And I think that was a part that really just was like, okay, yeah.
And I'm with it. All of it. And we're going to dive in, right? Like I have never started a show like this, so I'm all over it. This is how much I am intrigued by you and what you're doing. And like, I kind of stalked you and came all up in your inbox like a snag-a-tooth, bald-headed, big belly, old pervert. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to be like, this is like some fake-ish right up in here. And you responded, but can we talk about, girl, I'm all over the place. Can we talk about design? Seriously.
Yeah. Listen, I think that I stunned myself because I am a publisher as well. So, like this was something new because I had seen it done,
Yeah.
but I hadn't seen it done like this. And I was like, okay, so
Yes.
that's a way to do like title chapters. Like,
Yes.
I'm with it.
Yeah.
And so once I like got it down and then I had the town sigil in there, I was
Yes.
like, oh,
Yes.
it's given. It's given.
It
Like,
is. And what I love were I'm all up in it, y'all. I promise this is a show. We are not just talking. Y'all gonna hear my radio voice in just a minute. I swear you are. Just stick with me. What I loved was the let's talk about it.
yeah.
Did this come, girl? Let me start my show because I'm gonna be seriously. We gonna get in it. Let me start. Let me start my show. Yes, this will be in the bloopers. Okay. All right. Do you have your drink so we can toast to the show?
I do.
Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. Now, book. And you know what? I would be remiss to say this isn't even your first rodeo. Like I counted here like 20 some other books. So you ain't new to this, you true to this. And we're gonna talk about all that trueness. But before y'all, we already done had a show, so I feel sorry for y'all because y'all gotta play catch up. Because we have already been all in this, and I'm hoping it all stays and is part of the intermissions. But before we dive in, we are going to toast to a fantastic show. And I am drinking, it's supposed to be a lemon drop, but I don't like anything messing with my liquor. So basically, it's a whole lot of vodka with a squeeze of lemon.
Oh, well, all right then.
Oh, wait, what do you have there?
I'm having tea actually.
Oh, but what's on the cover of your mug?
What? Oh, it says Self-Love Club.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm gonna sit that down right over there. But when we finish, it will be empty. Okay. That and her sister glass, just in case. Talk to me about this cover. Like, this thing is fierce. Can we still say that? Are we still saying fierce?
You know what? I'm going with it because it's giving fierce. It's giving. Okay. I really wanted this cover to be not only like beautiful, but give it that eerie creepiness and set the tone for the story, like going into it. And then also symbolic as well, because like if you look, you have the roots that are coming in, they creeping in, and like that just sets the tone for the whole story.
From the
it's
ears,
about
the eyes.
the eyes, the everything. You know what I'm saying? Like her locks, everything is intertwined. It's all interconnected as a part of her and who she is.
Yes.
So
I love it. How long did it take you to get the cover to where it turned into this?
Ooh, this probably took me maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
I want to say, because the first iterations didn't look anything like this at all. It was like a combination of me like throwing spaghetti at a wall, and I'm like, something gonna stick, something is gonna say bam.
Yeah.
And then finally something said bam, and I looked at it and I looked at it again, and I was like, that's the one.
And when you hit it so spot on that, in your words, like really, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Like, I want to wear this, right? I want it on a sweatshirt. I don't even wear sweatshirts, but I would wear one to get this. Now, I have some questions for you in reference to Anywhere But Here.
Okay.
And as is my tradition, I'll throw in some random questions as well to introduce the listeners who perhaps, like me, are brand new to the Myunique fan club. And it gives us an opportunity to learn some more about some of your other books, which I counted 24, but how many have you published thus far?
So it would be 42. Yeah. I'll be working.
Let me update my record. And she's
but
so modest with it.
only 20 something is gonna fit in the book, in the other book section. I can't just like, hey, and here's 168 other books.
Girl, put that QR code there and say, go here now. Do that. Oh, so take a sip of your tea.
Okay.
I said I was going to step away from that vodka. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anywhere but here delves into the complexities of identity and the legacy of oppression. How did you approach weaving these profound themes into a psychological thriller narrative and not just do it? Girl, you did the damn thing. Like, I was like, who did what? What?
It took a lot of structure, and really being inspired by other psychological thrillers, and not a whole lot of them dive too much into like oppression and ancestry and all that stuff. So it was just like, okay, I see where I'm going. I know where I want to go. How do I get there?
Yeah.
The way that I did it, let me just take it from the top. The way that I did it was I decided to create a protagonist that was, a geneticist. Like this is what she does.
Yes.
She studies history and, genetic mutations and, you know what I'm saying? Like this is her course, what she does. And so, at the root of that is the fact that she didn't know her own history. So I wanted to really have a protagonist that was really able to get down the nitty gritty of it and be smart and be, empowered. And so, that's how she was able to really start untangling and unraveling stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and so many of us who have gone down that DNA trail, right, of looking for whatever reason. Man, when Nia, is it Nia, right? When Nia got that email, it was like so many of us can identify with that email coming through. And it's just like, wait, what? And I think that was what pulled me in, still being so fresh on this quest of my own and like walking through, not to that extent. However, I am finding out some crazy stuff, but that's not about anywhere but here. But let me tell you, yes, there are some bananas when you go down that path.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for that one.
When you were writing this and all of the pieces are coming together, did you even pause yourself and be like, okay, you know what, Myunique? This is you need to step away from the vodka. Like, this is getting to be a bit too weird. Did you ever have that experience?
You know what? Yeah, it was. I think it was a time where I was just like, all right, that's probably enough for the night because this is getting, like I don't know if it's me or if it's the story, but some unraveling, like, do I need therapy? Which one is going on?
Did you find the characters or because the town itself is such a character, right? Did you feel any of the human characters or the place characters like just vying for your time when you tried to shut it off? Like, were you being awakened at night? Were you in the shower and stuff is bombarding you with the water and you're just like, can a sister get a break? Right? Can I get a break?
It was probably the town, like really constructing that town and having it not only being a setting, because I mean, you have a setting, but having it be something that was alive, where you are just sucked into it to where you either don't want to leave or you can't leave, or if you do try to leave, you your mind start breaking.
Yeah.
So that was probably the thing that demanded the most of my time. And like, cause I did have a moment where I just woke up and I was like, well, what about if what about the Mercer Market? See, I can really.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
Now, do you share with family as you're writing, like those little innuendos, and do they look at you kind of like you do need therapy, or do they just look at you like, yep, we saw this coming?
You know, I think that like my family, they're used to the things that I just be coming up with, like whether if I'm writing it down or even if we just talking, especially like my mama, she'd be like, yeah, that sound like something you would say, like, yeah, that's definitely a Myunique thing. So
Were you always creative in that regard with building story and storytelling and creating these fictional worlds, even as a child?
yes, yeah, that's probably like the funnest part of my childhood, especially when I started going to school, because I was that child that, my imagination was like my best friend, because we didn't have like a whole lot, we couldn't do a whole lot. So I would just have to make up a whole lot, and like overcompensate to overcompensate for the things that I didn't have. I had it in my mind, you know what I'm saying? So when I started school, I remember this one time, the teacher, the homework was to go home and like write a story based on this prompt. It was something about a vacuum cleaner, right? And then I didn't do it. I didn't do the homework. But because I was such a because I was, was a writer, and my teachers knew that I was a writer. When it was time for everybody like start sharing their stories, and the teacher was like, yeah, and Myunique, go ahead and come and share your story. My paper was blank. My paper was completely blank. I had nothing. It was nothing there. And so I wasn't going to say, I didn't do it.
Improv
This question.
101.
Yeah, I didn't do it. So I was like, well, you know what? You got to fake it till you make it. So I got up there and I told a story, and I was flipping pages like I was, and I told the story and it was great. And then whenever, when carpet time was done, my teacher, she pulled me to the side and she was like,
You ain't
I
right.
know it was nothing on your paper. I know your paper was blank. She was like, but you told a good story. Now your challenge is to write the story that you just told. And so that was definitely a challenge, because I was making up stuff. I was freestyling. Like, I done freestyled the whole story. I done forgot it by now. Goodness. Yeah. Right, for real. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, so I was always that kid. Always that kid.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. And I cannot wait if I could be a fly on the wall in a couple years when your son is mirroring that right there, it's going to be hilarious. And all you're going to do is be like, you can't even complain.
Right. I ain't even gonna have nothing to say. I'm like, well,
It's going to
son,
be like,
guess the apple don't fall too far.
at all.
Okay.
Now, your work spans multiple genres,
Uh-huh.
including dystopian, science fiction, memoirs. Is there a space that you are most comfortable in? And what was the driving force for the genre that you picked for Anywhere But Here?
Okay. So I think my genre that I could do it with my eyes closed, is mystery and suspense.
Mm.
I love whodunits. Like I got it. I have it down to a science. True crime. Like, yeah, just that whole lane is me, and like that is where I started. You know, and so I kind of got like, I had it down to a science, so I kind of got bored with it. Yeah. I was like burnt out on it. I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm telling the same stories over and over and over again. Yeah. And so I wanted to start branching out and really developing stories that, you know, were not only interesting to me, but challenging to me.
Yes.
You know, and this one is my first psychological thriller too, which is why I'm still like, oh wow, you know, like, okay, like y'all really with it. Like
they are with it. Yes.
Yeah, like man, it's still mind blowing to me, you know. And yeah, but this one, it was a challenge as well. And especially when I was developing the cover for it, because for the cover in this genre, Black women, these type of Black women, they underrepresented in this genre. And so I not only wanted to tell the story of a strong Black protagonist, you know, but I wanted to be able to portray her as well on the cover as the star, you know, as she's not the sidekick, she's not a trope, like none of those things, but just, you know, embrace for who she is. And, you know, that the fact that people are like, yeah, you know, it's really, I think honestly, it's been a breath of fresh air for people too, who love psychological thrillers, where it's like, well, all of the covers are teal and yellow. They teal and yellow and blue, and it's either got a house or a bow tie, or you know what I'm saying. So
a window,
it's just been
somebody
different.
in a window. Oh my gosh, if I see another window,
it's a blood splatter on the wall. Like they all look the same. So yeah, I just, you know, it was something different for me, and it was something different I wanted to bring to the genre as a whole.
Nice. As a teacher, student, and now parent, how do your personal experiences shape the characters and themes, not just of Dr. Nia, but your other 41, 51, 61 other books?
Well, okay, so just with my experience as a teacher, I think that that being a teacher influences so much in my life, more than I like to really give it credit for. Because I feel like I see the world differently, because I teach elementary school, K through 5 special education. So
bless you.
yeah. And I'm specialized with students who have emotional behavioral disorders. So they don't have intellectual gaps. It's more so they're emotional, you know. And so I view the world a little bit differently. And then how that just comes into my writing is I'm literally always giving my protagonist a teachable moment.
You're gonna learn a lesson.
Yeah. Right. Hey, sit down. Listen to this. Yeah. Sit down and study. You know, and with Dr. Nia in particular, she has her understudy. She has an understudy, she has an intern. You know what I'm saying? That she's trying to teach the ropes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm always giving my characters literally a teachable moment, you know, somebody gonna learn something in here, and then by extension, I want the reader to also learn something.
And talking about patience and applying that, one of the comments that I was all over the reviews for this, it's just, I'm telling you, so good. I love the fact that it was called a slow burning psychological thriller, as opposed to some of the others that just kind of punch you in the face as you go. How hard was that? Because baby, anybody can do anything fast, but it takes some skill to slow that thing down. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. For sure. Oh my goodness. Like, oh man. I think that
Mm,
that was probably one of the hardest things, because it's like, okay, I want it to build, like it needs to build so that at the end it's a better payoff,
yes.
rather than, okay, I'm just gonna rush you to the finish
Yeah.
just so you can say, oh yeah, I finished. Oh, look at that. That was a twist right there. But you don't bypass the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? All of the layers, but that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. And also too, because I'm like used to,
Mm-hmm.
with like mystery and
Yeah.
suspense, you got
Yeah.
action packed. We need to be,
Doing
you
something.
know,
It's a hump
yeah, all right, yeah, here we go.
yep.
Somebody get thrown into a wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So to actually like slow it down and really develop the characters, and you get to know Dr. Nia, like where she is before she
Yeah.
arrives in town, while she's in town, and then whatever happens next. So
Do you feel that you created a space within a genre that's different than perhaps was in the genre before you came on scene?
in a way, yeah, in a way, I think so. Because like I said, like as a Black people, we are underrepresented,
Yeah.
in the genre. You know, if you read enough, all of the characters in
Yeah.
the PT genre,
Yeah.
they be blonde and blue eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, but you do have some standout ones. Like I think Octavia Grant,
Yeah.
she released Cutthroat.
Yeah.
So I mean, we are starting to really get more into it,
Mhm.
but for me just coming in and it's just like, okay, y'all missing this.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Yeah. 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 If you were to get that phone call that
Mhm.
anywhere but here, unless it's already happened, has been optioned for film, who do you see playing Dr. Nia Wallace?
Oh, oh.
Girl, you better start thinking because that call coming.
I wanted to come. Listen, I'm
It's
waiting.
coming.
I'm waiting by the phone right now. Right now, who would I see? Who could I see playing Dr. Dia? Um, oh man, it's so many good options, I think, of people that are just really like powerhouses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, who would give me a good doctor? Oh, you got me stumped.
But that's okay. You know what? Sometimes it's good to say, I'll get back with you on that because now
Yeah,
you're gonna be
yeah, because
thinking
I'm
about it.
really listen now my gears are turning for real. Because
Uh-huh.
I hadn't even thought too much about it, but now I'm just like, oh, okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. All
I
right
can see it.
now.
You know what? You know who I could see, honestly? It just came to me. Kiki Palmer.
Yeah.
I would love to see her, like, because I know that she did Nope.
Yep.
But I would love to see her like in as like a doctor,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like as Dr. Nia, where she's just fierce, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
You can't just really come and talk to her any kind of way, So yeah, I could definitely see Kiki Palmer doing it for sure.
I can see that as well. I love that. Where are the listeners able to engage with you and to become a fan?
So I am on Facebook, and my name is Myunique C on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. My handle is _ C major _ and I'm not really on Twitter that much. I do have a Twitter,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not on there as much. And the handle is the same _ C major _ and I do have a website, myuniquegreen.com.
Yes, and I will definitely have that and the information. So we've come to the part of my show that I call Last Call. Yes,
Okay.
it has an alcohol theme. You're starting to get something in there.
Okay.
Sip your tea.
Mm-hmm.
And for this round, normally
Okay.
it's some rapid fire questions. For you, I'm going to do some would you rather. So all of them
Okay.
start with would you rather. Okay.
All right.
Would you rather have Dr. Nia Wallace team up with Alara from Grand Rising to uncover a global conspiracy, or have them on opposing sides of a moral dilemma?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say I would rather have them on opposing sides.
Yeah.
I would rather have them on opposing sides because one, they're both headstrong. Because Alara, she's more of a fight first and ask questions later, and Dr. Nia, she's like very logical, but they like I could see them, like yeah, I could see them going head to head. It would be more interesting than watching them team up.
Yes. I like that. Would you rather explore the secrets of Darbonne in Anywhere But Here, or navigate the dystopian world of Grand Rising?
Ooh, man. You know what? Actually, go ahead and give me Darbonne because Grand Rising, listen, it's post-apocalyptic, so the sun done burned everything on the surface, or so they had been taught. So it's not even safe above ground or underground. Listen, give me Darbonne
Give
and
me
let me try
Darbonne.
to yeah, let me try to, you know what I'm saying, see if I can work some stuff out with the mayor and see what we can do because I wasn't built for the apocalypse. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine a character going to sleep in Darbonne and waking up in Grand Rising? Like what that would look like?
Oh
Can you imagine?
man, that'd be so interesting. That'd be so interesting, especially because Darbonne, like it plays with memory,
Yep.
and reality, So yeah, I could see that for sure. That'd be an
Uh-huh.
interesting crossover.
A good crossover.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you rather write a sequel to 713, or is it 713? How do you say it?
713. Yeah.
713, focusing on its unresolved mysteries, or expand the universe of Anywhere But Here with the prequel? I love your
Okay.
face. You're like, she stepped away from the vodka and I'm still getting.
So,
Sip that
so,
vodka, girl.
okay. So I will say that I am already working on expanding. That one is already in the works on expanding Anywhere But Here. I have a title for it and everything. Like everybody, they've been the readers
Harassing
and the
you.
audience, yeah, they have done a great job. Because I said initially, I was like, y'all would have to really convince me because I wrote it as a standalone. And listen, they have really convinced me to go ahead and get that started. So yeah, so yeah, and that one is forthcoming. It's
It's
forthcoming.
forthcoming. Whoop,
Yeah,
I
but I
love
will
it.
revisit 713 too, though. I mean
Yeah.
713. So
Yeah.
I will revisit it.
Nice. Would you rather have one of your novels adapted into a Broadway musical, or a graphic novel series? Ooh.
Oh, I
I
would
know. You
say
see me? I'm like, ooh.
yeah, listen, I would say a Broadway musical because I could see probably not so much Anywhere But Here, but I could see one of my other novels really being good as a musical.
Okay.
I have some that like explores themes of music and song, like Crown of Salt. And yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Oh, that would be interesting. Start on that in your downtime, like you got some.
Right.
And the last one, would you rather co-author a book with a character from your own creation or with a character from another author's universe?
Mm,
Look at my
okay.
face.
Okay. So it's man, there's a character written by Rachel Vincent that I love her as a character, and I would, yeah, you know what? I could co-write with her.
You
I
could
could
do
co-write
that.
her because I think she would bring something different to the table, and yeah, yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, because
okay.
I feel like if I wrote like if I created my own character to co-write with, it would just be like me and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But if I came with like one of the characters that like I just personally love,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, okay, yeah, girl, I see where you coming from, girl. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yes, when you work on that with her, I would love to see the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's you know, that's something I never even like thought you listen, you really come you really putting stuff in my head.
I
You
told
putting
you,
stuff in my head. Oh
girl,
my
you put
goodness.
stuff in my head. Listen.
Oh man.
Oh, well, this has been so much fun. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I was so like when you sent the message, I was like, yeah, say less. I'm pulling up.
Let's be coming.
And this wraps up another episode of On the Air with Florenza. You may follow me on all social media platforms under Florenza Lee or via my website at florenza.org. Until next time, cheers.